I look like a woman who's like trying to start a new life. Like, I don't ask where I'm from.
Loved it.
The podcast recorded. I need you to say that you like the book.
I love the book.
You heard it here.
Da-da-da.
Dun, da-da. I was like, wait till you get to the lesbian sex part. My dad would forget that my friends are coming over and he'd go, girls, don't walk any farther.
You know what they say? Happy life, long life.
Is that what they say?
I said it.
I'm the only doctor who's going like this. I'm Dr. Pervert, baby. I'm like, listen, I'm a woman filled with complexity.
This week's guest is Amy Silverberg. She is a super talented stand-up comedian and writer and just released her first novel, first time, long time. I loved it. I couldn't put it down. I highly recommend it, and I'll put the link below. We talk about some of the behind the scenes of the book, weekly wieners, her embarrassing stories, and all that good stuff. Also, make sure to check out the Patreon, where we talk about 2 stories of the worst dates that seem so crazy you think that it's made up, but they're real. So be safe out there, ladies. Well, enjoy the episode, and thank you so much for watching.
Testing. Ooh. Testing.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Wait, I want to face you a little bit more. I just don't. Is that okay?
Yeah, good. Get a good look at me.
Yeah, I'm looking right at you. Shake it in. All right. Hair is good. I look like a lioness. How do you good with your final choice?
I gotta be on. And if I'm not in a baseball cap, I'm not happy. I'm always in a baseball cap.
You know, I always dreamed of having just short hair with the cap, but I just can't pull off the short hair.
I've been like wearing baseball caps to do stand up, and I always say like I look like, especially if I'm in like a long coat and a baseball cap, I look like a woman who's like trying to start a new life. Like I look like a woman who's like, don't ask where I'm from. Like I belong here on Virgin Island. Virgin River. What's that show? Virgin River.
Oh, I think it is Virgin River. No, I think that's a cool look. I think that girl to me is intimidating.
Like a girl in a baseball cap and a long coat.
Yeah.
And I think you look at me and you're like, this is a woman who didn't wash her hair, you know?
Isn't it so funny just how
start a new life.
Just see ourselves so differently
than how the world sees us? Yes.
Oh, I would be cool to just see for a second. Even like watching the podcast, I'm like, or my stand-up, I still am not really good at taking me out of watching me.
So I have, of course, we have to post clips, as you know.
Yeah.
I'm acting like the audience is listening to us.
You know.
I have so many like hours of material that I have to send someone to cut it up because I'm too dumb to do it, and I cannot bear to watch myself.
It's rough.
And I'm like, I'm like, I know I have to. It's like, I think I'm just gonna send it away without looking at it, and just have someone cut it where they think. Watch it like totally piss me off. I'll be like, that's where you think the jokes are?
It needs to be a comedian.
Yes, but because I'm refusing to watch it myself.
It is one of the hardest things to do. I've gotten better at it, but it is
you gotta get
fun.
Like you gotta just bite the bullet and get in the habit, I think. You have good clips. I like your clips.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed of my Instagram.
I was just saying this now that I have a book out and like a lot of my followers are like writers and readers. I'm like, my Instagram is so embarrassing. They're like, what is going on with this woman? Like, why is she like talking about cum? And then like she's like, I wrote a novel.
No, yeah, I would be very intimidated to have writers
I think
look
it's
at my
so
page.
strange. It's like such a mishmash. I'm like, listen, I'm a woman filled with complexity.
Hey, I bet you it makes you stand out in the writing world.
One would hope.
Right? I think so.
Well, I also think it's like confusing to people because people will be like, oh, is your book like essays or like, is it funny? I'm like, no, it's a novel. Like I made it up.
I finished it. I finished your book. Loved it.
Okay, thank you. Wait, we need this for is the podcast recorded? I need you to say that you like the book.
I love the book so
You
much.
You heard it. You heard it here.
We will add the photo right there. Da-da-da!
Dun, da-da! You can buy it at any bookstore, any bookstore. You can go and you can get it.
Can you give us the quick, just before I talk about it, your quick log line? Yes.
It is about a woman who is a struggling writer and teacher, which I also happen to be. Not a comedian, thank God. She gets into a relationship. She's mourning the death of her brother, who was a comedian. And she gets into a relationship with a Howard Stern type radio DJ, much older man. And then somehow meets his daughter and gets into a kind of relationship with her too. So it's sort of love triangle, but it's also about like family and being haunted by that which you inherit, both public and private personas that you inherit.
Yeah, you did such a good job, and I took some screenshots of moments that you did this in where like
I'm smiling maniacally.
Where I just like felt it, like I could relate to all of the situational moments of like feeling uncomfortable. Like the feeling of meeting someone new and going to their place.
Yes.
The feeling of at the Brothers in that hotel room, not knowing. I feel like I'm always uncomfortable. Like I always feel like I don't belong, or like I'm just like I'm like watching myself in these situations.
I think those are the best protagonists, are like thoughtful characters who are doing things against their better judgment, you know, like making decisions where you, the reader, or even the writer wants to like shake them and be like, no, don't do that. But they like go do it anyway. I've never dated an older man. I've only dated guys who are like a few years younger than me. I think it's like a control thing.
Hey, what's up?
But I am like, so I think that I always write about a lot of stuff that I've never done, but I'm interested in. And like thoughts that I've had or feelings I've had, but I'm only interested in like making the plot up. You know?
When I don't want to, I feel like these aren't spoilers, right? If
it says it on the back that she is in a love triangle. So
okay. Well, there's like the things I want to say. I hope they're not spoilers, but I don't think they're spoilers. But one of the most shocking things was when first he was bald and then he was short. But like,
he's famous, short, bald, and famous. Like, isn't that the other thing that you see?
Yeah.
Like famous guys who you're like, wow, like if they were just a normal guy, but they would be not desirable.
I think that all the time. I think that also when I watch like big stand-up specials, I think this would bomb at an open mic.
It's a man. Well, it's a man. Also, you see comedians who have like beautiful, hot girlfriends, and you're like, have they looked at you?
I know. I thought of a joke like idea I wrote down today because Pete Davidson and his new girlfriend's now pregnant.
Oh, I didn't know.
This is breaking news. I don't know, a model.
Okay.
Breaking news, everyone. Pete Davidson finally knocked someone up. But they said, like, when they were quoting each other, and I see this happen a lot, and I think it's annoying. They go, she's like the female version of myself.
Yeah, I'm like, who wants the male version of me? My boyfriend's like the opposite of me.
I know.
Like even keeled.
Yeah, Matt and I are very different in a lot of ways. But that was funny. But there's so many things to say. I like.
Thank you. Is Matt gonna read it? Your boyfriend?
He doesn't read.
I see and neither does my boyfriend. My book is gonna be the first book that he's ever read, other than like Kobe Bryant's
autobiography.
Books about Kobe Bryant.
Can we get it on Audible for a long car ride?
He's listening to the audiobook, which I did the audiobook. And
I was gonna ask them if you did it.
I did the audiobook, and he keeps being like, yeah, I mean, I'll hear things and it'll really take me out because I'll think about you. And I go, don't listen to the book then. I was like, wait till you get to the lesbian sex part. That'll really get you.
Yeah, that'll make you crash your car.
That'll make you crash your car. I'm so glad you liked it.
You had so many different, every time like one moment happened, like I was waiting up for, like excited for, and then there was now another thing I was like waiting. Like it was
good.
very
I'm so
good,
glad.
like page turning. We're like, I have to figure out what's gonna happen.
Thank you. If this doesn't get me to the bestseller list.
Wait, there were some lines.
Reese Witherspoon, are you listening?
Oh my God, Reese,
Put
we
me in
need
your
you
book club.
You need to listen. There were some lines that were so relatable. There was oh yeah, this was like deep. I was like, how much of this, like love was a tether after all. It tied you down and obligated you to something other than your own happiness. Whoever said love set you free never had parents, never had children. I was like, damn.
You can tell I'm so codependent. Every day my dad's calling me. I'm like, what?
I have to now, like, my mom was like, put your phone on do not disturb, because like every time I'm trying to write, my brother, my mom call.
Yes.
I talk to my family multiple times a day, and I'm like,
I'm doing like a lot of jokes about my dad right now, and my dad will like call me on my way somewhere like 10 times. I'll be like, emergency, emergency, emergency. And then I'll get on the phone and he'll be like, I'm worried you're not backing up your computer. And I'm like, that was the emergency.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
He's always just like so anxious, always worrying about something. He would like call my mom when my mom was at work, and he would like get her out of some important thing she was doing. He'd be like, it's an emergency. And then she'd be like, what? And he's at home and he goes, there's a bird in the house. She's like, what? He goes, what do I do? And she was like, open a window.
Did you pull your dad at all? I know the beginning said your parents.
For my parents are not the parents in this book.
Did you pull some things from them?
Let's see. My dad's not on Instagram, so I'm sure I can say whatever. I think the dynamics of like loving a parent you find difficult, who you both want to please, but who, like a parent who like changes the weather in the room. Like if they're in a good mood, everyone's in a good mood. If they're in a bad mood, which I think is very common for comedians to have like dealt with someone like that in their life. So I think that feeling I used, but none of the like details about everything else is like made up. But I mean, I'm interested in like people who are two things at once, like complexity, and just having a two at once feeling of like you love somebody, but they also drive you crazy. You love a man, but you could also love a woman. I'm interested in that kind of stuff.
You were saying that at the book signing.
Yeah.
And when you said that, I was like, I always like feel like two. Like I usually paint my nails with two different colors, and I'm like, it's so hard to explain. But like,
I think it makes such sense. Like that's what it's like to be a human, is like, wow, this, also this. Like stand up. While we want to be on stage, like we also often want to be like left alone. It's like, I don't know.
For sure. But I think that's a very relatable feeling. But at the same time, it doesn't feel relatable in the sense of you feel like you're alone in it. Like I feel like other people have such clear, strong points of views where I feel like I could always argue both sides.
Yes, I feel that way very much. That I'm like interested in gray area. And I think the whole novel, hopefully, is exploring like gray area.
Oh, it really
I'm
is.
staring at the producer. Will you read it?
You better read it. Wait, there's a few other screenshots, and we'll do more screenshots later. So I'm not slowly looking at my phone, but we'll get more towards the end. Oh, God. I wish I highlighted it instead of took a screenshot of the whole page. I was probably stupid.
I feel like you're like Barbara Walters right now.
Baba Waba.
Did she pass away?
I'm sure, right? I always forget who died.
Me too. May she rest in peace.
Oh, Mister.
If she's gone.
Mister already. She's alive. This was so relatable. I find the scariest about long-term relationships that you are often working off a very early impression of someone that has lodged itself into your brain and colors every impression that comes after. So, wait. So, like this... I hope I got it right. What if I'm like, what I felt about this, and it's not even what you meant?
I don't think that matters. It's like whatever you took from it, I'm down with.
Like,
okay, I see Barbara Walters died in 22. She was 93.
Wow.
Damn.
Happy that, what they say, happy life, long life.
Is that what they say?
I said it.
I think it's happy wife, happy life.
But if
and long life.
Long life, yeah. Women do live longer than men, so.
The last 5 years with dementia, so I don't know how happy.
Okay,
way to ruin my quote of the day, Mike.
Fair enough.
Comedy.
Oh man, that's sad. But that was another feeling. I always think that like when dating or like in any relationship, like how different am I now than I was? Like just like I've been with Matt for 5 years. I am so embarrassed of my yesterday self. Every day I feel like I'm this new person.
Yeah.
Even when I was thinking about when I had you on the podcast last, I was like, who was I then? Like every day, how did I get through that day? And I'm embarrassed for myself.
I'm like moved that you're like constantly evolving.
I hope so.
Don't you think it's interesting that because I feel like I've been in a lot of relationships. I was actually looking the last time I was on this podcast. I was like talking about going through a breakup and thinking that the gynecologist. Yeah. Anyway, Go watch the last episode that I was on.
Part in the room. We were in a living area. That was my full apartment. That was the size of this.
Yes.
On a futon from IKEA.
But that like you can be a different person in a different relationship, you know?
Yeah, I always think that like in bed when I first start sleeping with someone, I'm like, all right, we're setting the tone here.
Yes, and then later you're like, or there are things that I'm friends with my ex-boyfriend who was my boyfriend before Danny, my current boyfriend, and I was actually telling him, we were laughing, that I was like, there were things that you would say to me that would make me crazy, and then if Danny were to say them, it doesn't bother me. Like there's just something, sometimes people are like oil in water in some particular way.
For sure. Well, that's the whole thing. If like a ugly guy hits on you, you're like, ew, you pervert, and then a hot guy hits on you, you're like,
yeah, like only ugly guys are called creepy. I know. Hot guy's never creepy. No, some are.
Yeah, it is. There are some hottie creeps. Hottie creeps.
There's some hottie
Hashtag
creeps.
Hottie creeps.
You'll let a hot guy like get away with a lot more, probably, even if you know that you shouldn't.
Yeah, there's a line. They could cross the line.
I went out on a date with a hot guy once, and he had so much charisma. Like he was so like confident about himself, which freaked me out. But he asked me my height, like as we were there, because he was like tall, and I was like, I'm 5 feet, and he goes, no, you're not.
Stop.
And I was like, what? He goes, I could tell by looking at you. You're not. And I go, well, I'm 5 feet half inch. And he goes, exactly. I was like, what is wrong with this guy?
Exactly.
He goes, I know that kind of thing. And I was like, this guy's freaky. But of course I slept with him. You know?
I was going to say, I hate it, but it also, that's kind of hot.
He was so, and I could never like date a guy like that. But you do. That was back during a period of my life where I was still sleeping with people out of curiosity, where you're like, I don't know if I'm attracted to this guy, but I gotta see like what's doing. Like I gotta see what's down there. I gotta see what it's like.
Yeah.
Now I
was
feel
he
like
good in bed? Do you remember?
I was like, he made me nervous, like in a not pleasurable way. I don't feel like I have fun in bed if I'm nervous. I gotta be like comfortable.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I was just like, this guy's like gonna tell me some other like secret about myself.
Yeah, if he's worried about a half inch of height, like he's thinking about my tits, you know?
Yes, exactly. Well, he was just like, he told me he was a human lie detector. And I was like, that's fucking weird. Like, he was just a freak.
That's a good character you can save to write about
yes,
later.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, weird.
Top 3 Hollywood hot guy creeps. We'll start with Army Hammer.
Oh, yeah, that's a creep.
Oh, I didn't even watch that documentary.
Me neither. But he really got I think people gave him a lot of credit for a long time because of how hot he was.
Yeah, I mean, to get away with that, you got to be pretty damn hot.
hot.
How hot is he? Eating humans hot.
Yeah, and of course.
Oh my God, I still jack
Just
off
kidding,
to
edit
him.
that out. I'm not getting canceled on Misery. Mandy loves Misery. Misery loves
It's a
Mandy.
joke. It's a joke.
Whoever loves who.
No, we'll beep out the name.
Oh man.
No. Okay, wait. There's so much to talk about. I don't even know where to get started. I'm freaking out, man. Okay. Do we talk book? Do we talk segments?
We sound
everything?
drunk. We've just been drinking coffee.
2 sips of coffee. I will chug this, piss myself, and be
Mandy
high in
is someone I'm saying like I'm talking to you like she's not here. That I'm always so excited to see you.
Really?
Yes. Like, cause I feel like when I see you, I get like shot out of a cannon. Like I'm excited, you know?
Oh, that's the nicest compliment ever.
Now I'm on the podcast. I'm shot out of a cannon. I'm talking about Harvey Weinstein.
She loads you with the biggest coffee possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's 20 cents more for the venti.
Oh, all I drink is coffee and Diet Coke.
Okay. I love coffee and Diet Coke.
I'm thinking, would I have a whole different life if I drank water?
Oh, I've been... Yeah, coffee, Diet Coke, and then I have energy drinks.
Oh.
So I mix it in, and I'm just like, my insides.
And are you drinking water?
This year, or maybe last year, I started drinking water a year or two ago.
Okay, a year or two ago. I drink water like before I go to bed.
Okay. Then you have to pee though, right? Or
Yeah,
no?
but I'm a frequent peer. My bladder's like this
I got
big.
a baby bladder too.
I'm getting up to use the bathroom 10 times in a night.
Oh, yeah. I got to get that side of the bed, the closest one too.
I haven't had a good night of sleep since I was like 7 years old.
That's so funny. Where did I piss myself the other day? Oh, I pulled up to a don't tell. And
Are you a frequent pisser of yourself?
I have an overactive bladder.
Okay, I think I
We're
might
not
have that.
making it through the pod. If that's what
Oh yeah, we're gonna be cutting a few times.
Okay, now I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna, I love Reddit. I'm gonna be on Reddit. Overactive bladder.
Oh yeah, you should look it up. I forgot what they did though. I need to go back to the doctor, but I don't take my medicine anymore.
Oh, you're supposed to take a medicine that makes you pee less.
Yeah, but it's like whatever. The side
like, why
effects
not?
are gonna be more than peeing.
Yeah, just let yourself pee.
Yeah, whatever.
So you get to a Don't Tell. You gotta pee. Shout out to Don't Tell.
Yeah.
The best shows.
Best shows ever. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited for the show, and then I like out of nowhere, I'm like, oh shit, I think I'm pissing myself. I was like, we gotta get out of this car.
Is part of it that you don't feel it and it starts coming out?
Yeah, it just comes out of nowhere. You're like, ah, and you're like,
Okay.
You know the commercial, like I gotta go right now, and then shit my pants.
That happens to my grandma.
Yeah,
I think it's normally a grandma type symptom.
when I went to the urologist, everyone had gray hair.
Was old.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like,
You're like, what up?
They thought I was picking someone up.
Yeah. They're like, no, it's for me.
I'm just here for this.
I'm like you guys.
Oh, okay. Wait. So we can. I guess we'll dive into some segments, and then there's so much more about the book I want to talk about. Unless there's one more thing we should say about the book while we're early in the episode. One thing I liked that you said at the book reading was, first of all, I felt so classy being at a book reading. I was like, look at all of us stand-ups here trying to pretend like we belong.
I literally was like, some of the comedians, not you, some of the male comedians who are going to come to that guy at a book launch this last week. I was like, these are men who I don't think can read. Like, this is their first time in a bookstore. They're like looking at books upside down while I'm talking. I was like, but
wondering if they can pick up chicks at the bookstore.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, actually a pretty good spot.
They're like, where are your comic books? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I love the cover too. I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I think everyone does, right?
We went through some other covers, like me and the publishing company. At first, they had sent me these like sad painted ladies on the cover, and I was like, I don't like this. I was like, I want a more graphic, like bright, and so I sent them some covers I liked, and then I was happy with what they came up with.
It's so good.
And then they sent me some different colors, and
those colors are good. If I were just to walk into a bookstore, I'd be like, oh, this looks like something I would read.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I've been excited when people send the pictures from bookstores. I'm like, there it is.
That's so
There's
cool.
my little baby.
What does it feel like to like have done that? That seems, I'm like being there with like at the, I keep saying it was called a book signing, right?
Yeah. Book launch, book signing.
Launch.
Yeah.
It was, I came here the next day. I was like, that was so inspiring.
I would love to read some of your writing. I teach short story classes for adults, which I have some stories about to talk about today.
Coming up.
And now no one's going to want to take my classes because of the people I will be making fun of. But I would love you. Comedians take the class, and it's like really fun to have someone I know.
I would love to.
Class.
I was talking to Matt about it. I was like, we should take her class.
Yeah, that would be so fun. Ellen Harold's in it right now.
Yeah, she's a good writer.
Shout out to Ellen. It's fun having her. Yeah.
I've read her little.
But then I have like 80-year-old guys in the class, and it's wild what they're writing about.
How do you sign up? Not in like what is?
It's through. I do through few different things. The Writing Pad and Center for Fiction and UCLA Extension.
So
like
anyone can.
Anyone can. Yeah,
That
and
would be awesome.
I'll put something like I'll send it to you, and I'll
Okay.
put something up somewhere. Everyone, just check the internet.
We'll put links below. She'll
put
send me
links.
everything you know if you
Yeah,
want to
I'll
take her
put
class.
yes,
and then she can make
I've
fun of you.
always
It would be
said,
great.
Yeah. I'll talk on stage about the weird shit you wrote. I never use names.
But you did pull a lot from your real life. The book, what is it called? Where you?
Oh,
read?
yeah. I facilitate book clubs for rich women in LA. That's one of my side jobs.
That's crazy.
And then a bunch of book clubs came to the book launch.
That's what you said.
And I had to be like, you know what you read in here? Like, it's exaggerated. Like, I love you guys.
It's cool that they supported it.
Yeah. No, it was so stressful writing it. Like, I sold it on only 30 pages before it was done.
That's super impressive.
So I felt very much like under pressure, and then after I finished it, and I've been waiting for it to come out, and that's been like a lot of painful anticipation. So now that it's out, now I'm just kind of like, it's out, baby. I hope it sells okay.
I think it will. I went
After
there.
this, it will.
Wait, yeah. So how could you explain how you feel right now? Do you feel good? Or are you still in shock?
I feel good. I feel like, yeah, I feel good. I'm trying to just like I'm trying to write a second book so that I don't get too like worried about how everyone's feeling about this. Like I just want to like move
going.
on. Yeah. And I always divide my life in half between stand-up and writing, and I think that helps me because I think I have some kind of like ADD where like if one's annoying, the other one
Bounce
feels better.
around.
If one's better, the other one.
That's your two things.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I went with the podcast, but I'm like, geez, if before it was the ground, like improv and stand up, and then I switched improv for podcast and stand up. I'm like, man, wonder if I would be good at stand up if I just focused on stand up.
I'm like, would I have written 10 novels if I only wrote? And then I'm like, would I be so much better at stand up if I only? But I don't think. I think if you have a personality that is better for focusing on more than one thing, you have to. I couldn't imagine not writing, and I couldn't imagine not doing stand up. A lot of times, people to me will be like, if you had to pick one. And I'm like, well, I wouldn't, because they're two sides of the same coin. It's that same thing of we like to be
both.
Two things at once. Yeah.
That's why do you ever like, I sometimes like when I get in an argument, like with my partner, we won't say who.
With my partner.
I'm bad at arguing because of that.
Like you can always see their point of view.
Always. And then I can't win a fight. I've lost every fight because I don't even know.
But that seems like that's like the nice way to argue when you're in a relationship is like you're trying to see their point of view.
Yeah.
Like I think you could be a good couples therapist because you would constantly be saying, can't you see their point of view?
Right? I think I'd be a great couples therapist.
You know, I have a friend who's a couples therapist, and she said that every argument between every couple always boils down to the same thing. It's always, you take up more space in my head than I take up in yours.
Ooh.
Which is to say, like, I'm thinking of you more than you're thinking of me. So even if the fight is like, you came home later than you said you would, or like you didn't put away the milk, like what they're really saying is like, I think of you more than you think of me. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. I remember when I was younger, I used to have the thoughts like through relationships, like, is it better to, and this is like young dating, like high school and stuff, is it better to like your partner more than they like you?
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's a common question.
Yeah.
And I think it's better for them to like you more. At least men.
Sure. I definitely think it's better for them to like you more.
Yes.
But the closer you could get, I think, is the best.
Well, I always say, and I have a long-term serious boyfriend of 5-ish years. And I have only such specific men I'm attracted to. And then every beautiful woman I love. Like a woman, as long as she has boobs, and a man, I'm like, they have to have these 5 specific qualities.
Well, I think women are just more attractive than men. Men are disgusting.
And like easier to be around.
Yeah.
I so often have trouble focusing on what a man is saying. I'm like, what? And if I'm like at a dinner table, like a dinner party, whatever, and there's like women on the other side of the table talking, and I'm with men, I'm like, can I go over there? Like I don't. And nothing you're saying is like sticking in my brain. So hard for me to relate to like pick me girls, to use a Gen Z term.
Oh yeah, I know that term is weird.
I'm trying to learn I got a bunch of baggy pants. I'm trying to look Gen Z.
I bought baggy pants.
I'm not wearing them now, but I'm trying to show up in like big jerseys, you know. I'm like, what up? No cap. How are you guys?
We brought up a Gen Z. I said on my solo episodes, I'm going to read a Gen Z definition every episode.
Oh, I love that. Are you going to read one?
We can pull one up. Can you find one for us for later?
Do you watch Love Island?
Yes.
Of course.
But this is my first year watching it.
Oh, you got to watch the previous year.
I heard it was better, but I loved it.
But this year's good too.
I loved it so much.
But I couldn't get over how many times they said crash out.
I didn't.
Everything's a crash out. People are crashing out. They're about to crash out. They're having a crash out. They're going to crash out. I was like,
all the crashing outs.
Everyone's crashing out.
And I've never heard that until this.
That's what and everybody was like, no, that's like a common term. I was like, it is.
I thought that people started saying it because I noticed on Instagram after Love Island, people saying it.
Yes.
And I thought that I could have made it up.
That's exactly what I thought. And everyone told me, no, it's common.
I don't know.
And I'm like, I'm on the internet. How have I not? But I don't go on TikTok that much.
Me neither.
I never got like into it enough. You know,
I'm not a big scroller either.
No, and I think that's good for our mental health.
Yeah, I like sometimes on my feed and watch like random makeup videos and things I don't even know about.
I like to see like dogs doing people things, and I like Reddit because I'm like a little pervert freak.
Reddit's fun. I'm new to Reddit.
Reddit's wild.
I love to hear what they're saying.
And I'll watch a very specific show, like for instance, Poly Family on TLC about a family who's poly, the most batshit thing you've ever seen. And then I'm like, I gotta see what people are saying on Reddit because you can't find anyone else who watches this show.
And there's a lot of stuff
There's a
on
whole
Reddit.
Reddit thread.
That's great.
Yes, yes. Any interest you have, they
you-
have.
Not is this one NPC?
Yeah. Have you heard of NPC?
Yeah.
Non-player character?
But I would never, I don't know how you would use it in a sentence. You would be like, oh, I went out with a guy who's an NPC.
The term NPC originates from video game community, where it was used to distinguish characters that players interact with but are not actively controlling. It has since been adopted into everyday slang to describe people perceived as conforming, non-thinking, or going through life in an automated, uncritical manner, akin to the in-game characters who lack self-awareness.
So someone walking, like that guy's just aimlessly walking down the sidewalk.
In like The Sims.
What an NPC.
But like if you met him, you're like, this guy doesn't have any. See, and I feel like we're too thoughtful to like that definition because I'm like,
Yeah.
of course he has self-awareness.
He's going through something.
He's going through something. And I couldn't even begin to imagine what he's going through.
No.
He's not an NPC. He's a person who longs for something.
Yeah.
They seem to use it in such a way that's basic. He's such an NPC. He just
Oh.
repeats whatever he hears on the news without thinking about it.
Meanwhile, Mandy and I are like, he's such an NPC. Like, he probably grew up with an overbearing mother, you know? Like,
He's never able to speak his voice and now he's scared to.
yes, and now he's scared to. You know what? I don't support this phrase.
No. We're out. Boo. Boo.
Knock it out. Knock it out.
All right. Well, we learned one at least.
Okay, good.
Now I'll know if I ever see that. Okay, so I want to hear all your stories, and don't worry, we'll talk more about the book because we ain't done. We ain't done.
I didn't know the camera was there. Okay, I was like
there's
trying to look
you.
into that one.
Oh, wait, I did have more book thoughts. We're gonna do our wieners, our weekly wieners,
Okay,
something that
yes,
bugs
yes,
you
yes,
more
yes,
than
yes,
it
yes.
should.
Okay,
I have a book. I have a one that happened to me today.
you have a book wiener?
and I have a book wiener.
Please, I can't wait.
And I'm so sorry if you do this in short stories that I have not read. You didn't do it in your book.
I'm a very good short story writer. I'd say a better short story writer than a novelist, but they wouldn't let me sell a collection of short stories.
It's
not
gonna
yet.
force you to.
It forced me to write a novel. Okay, go ahead.
So this is one of my book pet peeves, and I also one thing at a time, Mandy. I'm just too excited about everything.
She shot out of a cannon.
Okay. Oh, first thing, a lot of books I read, almost every, they always give a nickname to everyone. Like if the name's Emily, they call them M. And God, the anger I feel is it's just every book I read. I get it. We're trying to show you're close to them.
Okay, yeah.
But is that like a trope? Is that something?
I've never heard of that.
Is it the bad books I choose?
I feel like it's the bad. I feel like it's like, what are you reading? Like Emily Henry?
So this is where my next second thought was. So then
Not
I
to
was,
talk shit on.
No, I'm
Emily.
so glad you
And
brought.
she's like a bestseller, so.
I'm so glad you brought her up because this is what I was about to get to next. So I've read a lot of her books every time she does this, and then I feel like a lot of the times, like in the stand-up scene, we'll get like, this person gets everything, which you had some funny lines in the stand-up parts of the book that I was like dying. Oh, the SNL. That line was so funny. Oh, SNL, like basically like SNL sucks, but if you get it.
It's like two comedians kind of talking to each other.
Yeah, but I was like, oh, every stand-up comedian's like, SNL sucks, but like, if I
comedians
got
love
it.
to be like, so-and-so's like a fucking hack sellout because they're like hugely successful. But if that person got like started making a huge amount of money, they'd be like, but I have integrity.
Yeah, it's all of them.
There's something about stand-ups where it's like if somebody gets really successful, then people will sort of deem them a sellout when everybody wants to be really successful. Although I feel I do not want to be famous as a stand-up. I want to be a famous writer. But it does not sound good to be a famous comedian, female comedian.
You're gonna get just trampled,
Screamed at.
My
Yeah.
Facebook, gotta say this. I'm never really proud of myself. I am proud of myself how I take mean comments. I don't give a shit.
Yes. One time I got into like an hour-long discussion with a guy whose username was like Saggy Balls 52. I'm like, why am I arguing with a guy named Saggy Balls? And I'm telling him like, it's just so crazy.
Yeah, you can't.
No, you
get
can't
into
absorb it.
They're crazy.
But they often comment like as though they don't think there's a real person. So sometimes if you respond, like I've done it where I've responded and then they've been like, oh, sorry, like huge fan.
Yes.
And it's like, did you not think a person was here?
When I first started my Facebook channel, I started way after Instagram. I was late to the Facebook game, which I always say this. If you're not on Facebook,
I'm not.
Really?
Well, I'm on Facebook, but I don't do like stand-up stuff on it.
Oh, we'll talk about that
Okay,
after.
okay.
Get on it.
Okay. Yeah, Chris Estrada was telling me that's where he makes the most money.
That's where they pay. Instagram doesn't pay. Instagram pays you for your reels.
Yeah.
But the comments are the meanest out of every platform. But who cares?
Really?
But that's probably why the engagement
That's
is
because
so high.
that's where the old
white right.
cranky, old white men from their from the basements.
Yeah, their photos are all old white men
Yeah.
or middle-aged men with their photo of them and their daughter, which is always fun.
And then they're like, "Hey, cunt."
Oh God, I don't care. Whatever. Engage.
Yeah, that's the right attitude. Yeah.
But I have had the same thing when I first started the page, and I would respond to them. They would say, "You're a dumb, stupid bitch," and I'd say, "Thank you so much. Have a nice day." And I started copy and pasting that on everything, and then they would write back, "You too."
They're like, "What's wrong with you?"
I know, it's weird. But Emily Henry.
Okay. Yes.
So I was having the thought, I am also part of the problem. And it's just like how we will complain about some people getting booked on shows all of the time. And is the same reason I will read Emily's books. You know what you're going to get. It's safe and it's not bad.
And it's not good, but it's not bad. Well, this is the other thing I've been thinking about myself is I am so judgmental about books because I've just worked so hard on them, and I'm not judgmental. If it's a good book, I'm like, so what that there's a big plot hole or it ends bad. Like as long as the sentences are good, as long as like it's like a literary novel. But if it's like what I consider to be like not well written, I'm like, why would anyone read that? Like, and yet it's so insane that I'm like that when the TV that I watch. I have not watched a good TV show. If it's a reality show, I'm watching it. Any kind of, if it's a competition, I'm watching a competition show on HBO Max of men who use chainsaws to sculpt creatures out of trees. Like, I'll watch any kind of shit. And yet I'm so judgmental about books. So I'm like, what do I have? Why would I... You know,
I think that's fair. You need to let I'm new to like binging reality TV. I watched The Bachelor back in the day, but now I'm like loving this trash.
Yeah.
And it just is nice.
I feel like TV's where I go to like shut my brain off.
Exactly.
Whereas like books, I like need them to be good. I also am so not judgmental about movies. And I feel like I in LA, and so many friends of mine are like screenwriters and comedians who are very like every movie. I'm like, I liked it. I'm like, that was a bad movie. Like I didn't know that.
I know everyone's trashing Happy Gilmore.
I'm like, I bet I'll like it.
I don't know if it was the weed pen or what, or just like I grew up watching dumb movies with my family, and that feels nostalgic.
The first Happy Gilmore, I think, is the only movie that I could say every single, like I could do a one-woman show of me doing all the characters in Happy Gilmore because my brother watched it so many times, my dad watched it so many times. Yeah.
So are you nervous to watch the new one? Or are you excited?
Well, it sounds like she knows half the words to the new one already.
No, I haven't seen the new one yet.
But if you know all the words to the old
Oh,
one, you know
that-
half the words to the new one.
Okay.
See, everyone hates
I get what
it,
you're
but
saying.
I also go into movies without wanting to. I go into watching stand-up specials. Like I go into reading books. I go into everything like wanting to like it.
I think that's also a really good quality, and I feel like a lot of stand-ups aren't like that. They're like, I'm gonna hate this thing because I didn't do it first.
I'm like, then why are you watching it or doing it? Like, go to enjoy it and like look at it through. Whatever.
You're making me realize this is one of my wieners, is people who go into things thinking they're not going to like them, or people who are really judgmental about something when they've never tried it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, at least, try it.
I'm like, I'm judgmental about books because I got a fucking PhD in books.
Yeah, you're allowed to be.
Yeah.
You know what you're reading.
I did like Happy Gilmore.
I'm the only person with a PhD who's allowed to do that.
I would read her books.
You're not, I'm the only doctor who's going like this. I'm Dr. Pervert, baby.
I love it.
What was your other wiener?
Oh,
Is
no.
that because male doctors don't go down?
Male doctors don't go down?
He's just making a pervert joke, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think male doctors go down on women. I've never been with one, personally.
Me neither. I wish I could say. I wish I could say I knew. Wait, I want you to say another wiener, and then I'll say another wiener.
Okay. One of my wieners is when people comment on my height. I realize now after telling you that story. I'm 5 feet. I don't know if the viewers can see that.
You want to stand up? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's 5 feet and a half.
Yeah, okay, I'm 5 feet and a half inch. And sometimes I will see people and they'll be like, I forgot that you're so small. Like, you're so small. And I'm like, are you stupid? Am I walking up to you being like, oh, you're 5'7", you're so average?
I'm sure it's exactly the same way really tall people feel.
Yes, I'm like, don't comment on I know I'm 5 feet, or sometimes someone will try to like pat me on the head, pick me up, just
not
stuff
a
that
tap.
they would never do if I was taller.
You give yourself 3 more inches and none of this would happen.
I'm like, don't act surprised that I'm small. Also, I have bad posture. I'm working on it. I can't afford to lose even like an inch. Although I am trying to talk on stage about how I think I have small woman privilege. Like, I can get away with a lot of things like a 5'5" woman.
Probably.
couldn't. For instance, I keep like threatening to shoot up the audience and they're laughing. I'm like, I'm going to take a gun out and fire it. And everyone's like, ah.
Yeah, I feel like if I did that, I couldn't. And I just got a few inches on you.
You just have a few inches on me. Yeah. I showed up at the airport with no driver's license. I forgot it to go to Austin for a weekend of stand-up, and they let me on the plane.
Really?
I was like, this is, of course, that's white privilege too. Don't think I don't know that. But
Short and white.
I was like, short
white female.
Short white female. They were like, what's she going to do?
Damn, that's impressive.
Yeah.
You should get an award or something.
They like made a few calls, and they were like, okay, you can get on the plane.
Wow.
I was like, fuck,
Good work.
And then meanwhile, I took over the plane. I was like, but you didn't see this
Sucker.
Yeah.
I could see how that would get annoying though. My best friend's 5 foot, so I feel like I'm always.
I think don't comment on something obvious about someone. Like someone's, and people are always acting like. I also don't go through the world thinking I'm small. Like, I think of myself as, I think, like a tall person. So when other people are like, oh, 5, like, you're so small, I'm like, not to me.
Yeah. How dare you?
Yeah, to me, I'm like normal height, My boyfriend's also, I have a very short, hot boyfriend. He's 5'7", I think.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, but he's like short, and I didn't even know he was short till I saw him next to another man. And I was like, oh, like to me, he's like really tall.
It's funny because I think Matt's tall to me. We have a normal like gap, and then I saw him. I had the same thought when I saw him next to someone tall. I'm like, it's weird seeing you look short.
Like when he and I are in a photo together, I'm like, this is my tall boyfriend. And then when he's next to any other man, I'm like, oh,
it's funny.
You're
I look
short.
so funny in all of like my photos with my best friend. Like has like my legs in general next to her little legs. Like I look huge.
She's
in
5 feet?
everything. Yeah. She's jacked and still my legs are bigger than hers. I'm like, whoa.
Okay, what was your other wiener?
Oh, so this happened today. I'll be quick with this one because there's so much better things I want to talk about. Time is flying. So I go to the dentist this morning, and my appointment's at 9. They open at 9, and I saw no one's cars were parked, so I saw her pull up, and I was like, I'll give her a second.
You saw the dentist pull up.
Yeah, or the hygienist.
Okay.
And it's like a really small, it's like a house in Echo Park or something. And I've got good insurance. I've been going there for like 5 or longer
It's
years.
someone's house.
It's like,
so
yeah.
funny.
So I like, let's give her a second. I don't want to bombard her.
Sure.
So then I wait till 9:02 and I go in and this guy walks right in front of me. And I go, got it, I've been here before she was even here. So then he writes 9:02, appointment time, 10 a.m. First of all, get a life. And then I write 9, and then I was like, oh crap, 9:02, scribbled it out. Appointment time 9. And I go, bitch better not. And then she comes in and grabs him first. And it's one at a time because it's just her cleaning everyone's teeth. And this guy got his teeth. It's like in those situations, you're like,
So he got in there before you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm still reeling from the fact that you go to like a woman's house who just cleans everybody's teeth.
Nothing feels hygienic.
Like I was honestly,
hygienist.
I was like having trouble like recovering from the fact that it's like a woman's house.
No. It was a house, and now it's a dentist.
Oh, okay.
There's all the houses, and then that.
I had a dentist for a while that it was the dentist, not the hygienist, who before your appointment he would call you.
Huh.
And I was like, you don't have a like secretary or an assistant?
That is really
that
weird.
freaked me out. He'd be like, hi, like it's Dr. Han. Are you coming this week? And I was like, what the fuck?
Aren't you busy?
Yeah. I was like, why are you calling me?
Huh.
Anyway, shout out to Dr. Han.
Dr. Han.
Employee taxes are a bitch.
Yeah, I guess
Maybe-
like, I'm a one-man shop.
I feel like the hygienist though is usually doing most of the work, so maybe
Yeah,
he's like
yeah,
she'll
yeah,
clean
yeah.
those nasty
Yeah, like
teeth
I'll do
and-
the yeah, that seems like hard work to be a dentist.
Which I did just realize I ate cottage cheese before this and I forgot to floss. I usually floss before each episode.
I don't see any cottage cheese from my vantage
It
point.
loves the gums. It loves getting in there.
I didn't know you were a cottage cheese gal.
Just learned about it and I'm addicted. Pineapple, honey, and cottage cheese.
That's your snack.
Oh my God.
Are you a big worker outer?
Yeah, I love working
yeah,
out.
yeah. You're a fit person. That's like, and you're eating cottage cheese. I started doing couch to 10K.
Oh, where did
That was
I
also
hear-
in my novel.
I was like, why do I know about
Which there are
that?
some things from my own life. Yeah. But I am finding it very helpful. It's like the app tells you every day.
That's so
But
funny.
sometimes I like miss a week and I keep having to go back do the same day over and over and over and over again.
Mandy was totally about to say, there's this book I just read about somebody running.
I do. My memory's really bad.
No,
so
me
it's
too.
like-
I think it's all the sleep aids I use. Back to my insomnia. I'm like addicted to Tylenol PM.
He's got to affect our brains. Wait, so how does that, it's just every day you do a little bit more?
Yeah, and so it's like what I love about it is like, oh, I could never run a 10K. Like the thought of that. It's like the same as writing a novel. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
could never write a novel, but I can write 1 page a day. And it's like, okay, I can run a little every day. And it like trains you. At first, it has you running so little that it feels humiliating. It's like you're going to run 30 seconds and then like walk for a minute. Then you're going to run 30 seconds and you feel like a fucking idiot. You're like walking.
Is it tell you stop, start?
Yes, yeah, it'll be like now run for, but now I'm up to like the running for like 10 minutes at once. And
That's great.
You don't like break a sweat because you break a sweat. That was a lie, but you're not totally exhausted like or sore like if you had tried from the beginning.
Yeah.
It reminds me that you can do anything if you do a little at a time.
That's one thing you said about like some days you just wrote one page.
Yeah, some days I write like one sentence because I get
One sentence.
overwhelmed. Yes, and my aim is always like 250 to 500 words a day is what I try to knock out.
That's like a little,
Pager.
Yeah.
Like technically on like Microsoft Word, 250 words is a page double spaced.
Okay. Double space. Yeah.
Anybody wants to write a novel, you write a bunch of those pages.
I was like, I feel like, I wonder, does it feel easier to accomplish like one line a day versus a joke? Because I feel like I've been trying to write an hour for probably about 10 years now. And
I feel like I'm a slow writer and I'm a slow joke writer. I'm like a perfectionist. I'm a tinkerer.
yeah, same.
I will take a joke back from like 4 years ago and like try to add something new. My thing with stand-up is just like, what do I feel like telling right now? And then when I get tired of telling it, and I try to talk about what's actually going on in my life, you know? I feel like you're the same.
I'm trying to learn my goal, my half-year resolution I made was to write quicker jokes.
And maybe I think part of that I have, that maybe you have too, is like be less of a perfectionist. Like if you bomb, don't feel, you know.
And I just, like you said, you want to write what you're in the mood for. So I'm trying to be less of a perfectionist.
Yeah.
And also just try to stick to a few jokes at a time and actually finish them, then moving on.
Instead of like, if they don't hit right away, you throw them out.
Or like, oh, I don't feel like working on this right now. Let me try. There's the other
Let me
idea.
do stuff. Yeah. Or like, let me do stuff that I know works.
And then I have all these not finished
Half
jokes.
premises. Yeah. The jury's still out for me on like how long to keep trying to like work a premise. Sometimes I'm just like, if it hasn't worked like after 4 times, I don't know that I gotta really like the premise to keep like tinkering with it.
I think that's probably enough to like at least give it a chance.
No, I see some people, they keep like trotting out like premises for a year that don't have punchlines. I'm like, isn't it time to retire this?
Yeah, they're not
you must
gonna make
really
it.
like this premise. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's
They're not
too
gonna
long.
make it.
They're out. You're out of here. Did you have any other
man.
wieners? Before we move on?
I mean, okay, so I was really hungover the day my book came out.
Really?
And after I had to leave my car somewhere, and I called an Uber. This was honestly, I think I'm the wiener in this. And my car's at a bar very close by, like 10 minutes away. I get in the Uber. I'm like hungover. I'm like not paying attention. It's been like maybe 10 minutes of driving. And then I look around. I go, where are we?
Oh no.
And he goes, I'm taking you to the airport. And I was like, no. I got in the wrong Uber. And then we come back. There's a woman who he should have picked up with luggage screaming because she was going to the airport.
God.
And then there's my Uber who's like about to leave. He's like, and I go, I'm sorry. I got into the wrong Uber. And he goes, you didn't ask? And I go,
I'm hungover.
yeah, I'm hungover. And I was like, how many, I don't live in like a busy neighborhood. I was like, how? And then I was telling a friend this, and they were like, well, you could get like molested if they don't know your name. And I'm like, a guy that knows my name could also molest me. Like, is that preventing me from getting like kidnapped or molested?
It turns
if they
them
know
off
my name
when they know your name.
They don't know my name. Yeah. Like, I guess I don't really understand that thing of like, you got to check that you're not getting in a random person's car, but I feel like either Uber driver could have decided that I should be trafficked.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I like that girl's logic that every man's just sitting there driving Uber waiting for their passenger to say the wrong name.
Yeah, because I was like, it's not like I got into a random car. Like, I got into an Uber. It said Uber. I just got into the wrong Uber. And she was like, he could have like taken you. And I was like, a guy who knows my name could also have taken me.
Yeah. That's a sweet friend though.
Yeah, okay. So I guess I'm the wiener in there, and the guy that maybe didn't say my name.
I don't think you're the wiener though, because you're not at work. They're at work.
That's
and
true.
It's their job when you get in to say, are you?
It was also really kind of strange that I didn't realize we were going in the opposite direction until quite some time had passed.
You were hungover.
I was hungover.
I like the line in your book too that you said the hangover makes you not think about, like, the next day it keeps you occupied.
Oh, hangover is something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is something to do. That whole day, you're like, I'm taking care of this hangover.
Oh, yeah. And don't you get so mad at yourself? Like, I'm not able to drink the way I was in my 20s.
No. But
I feel like sometimes even just 2 strong drinks, the next day I wake up and I'm like, I'm going to have to attend to this all day. Like, I can't do what I needed to do.
I get scared.
You mean when you're drinking about the next day?
Before I'm about to drink, because I'll know when I'm in the mood,
Yeah.
And I'll go,
yeah.
this ain't gonna be good.
And how many drinks are not good for you? Like, can you do 2 and be fine?
It depends on what. But the other day, around January, Matt and I stopped drinking a lot less, so we're being really picky. And
you're on a non-drinking journey.
We are, but like when I drink, I like to like go for it.
Okay, I'm opposite. I'm like, I like 1 to 2. I like 1 to 2 all the time.
That's what I was at before, but now that I'm not drinking, I'm like, when I drink, I want to at least feel it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not saying I want to black out, but I need to feel the buzz.
See, and my problem is I feel like if I'm feeling the buzz, then tomorrow's not going to be good. I'm like now drinking's like not, If I'm feeling it and having fun, I'm like, tomorrow's going to be bad.
I got all of these anti-hangover things now that I do. I did. You drink one before, one after.
Can you advertise some of them?
I've reached out to so many to sponsor the podcast. Insert here.
So then she's not going to say I'm on the pod until
I'm not going to, but I will tell you after.
Will you text me what you think? Do you think they actually work?
Yeah,
or do you think they're like a placebo?
I think they work because they just hydrate you.
Because I'm also very affected by a placebo. So even if you tell me the amount of like weird things I've gotten from Reddit or TikTok of like a brush you're doing on your face that's supposed to make you, and then suddenly I look at my face, I go, I look 10 years younger.
Yeah, I got the red light mask.
Yeah, all that dumb shit that isn't doing anything. But I'm like, I like the idea of it.
It feels good.
2.5 milligrams of Lexapro. The therapeutic dose is 10 milligrams. Everyone's like, 2.5 is nothing. Like, that's a placebo dose. And I'm like, I like placebos.
But it's working.
I go, no anxiety.
It's the same with holding a coffee.
That now you're like, I got
feel
energy.
Good. Yeah. You don't even have to have a sip yet. And you're like, I'm feeling it. It is weird like that.
Is it sponsored by Starbucks?
Yeah, this is my sponsor, Starbucks. Okay, so I'm excited about your stories. So you have stories about some of your students.
Oh, okay.
Or embarrassing moments. You turn into jokes, or what you didn't turn into jokes.
You know what? I told you I've been talking about my dad a lot lately. I've been talking about how often I saw my dad naked growing up. I know, and everyone like gasps, and I thought it was normal until I started talking about it on stage. Because it was not in like a creepy way, obviously. My dad's just like absent-minded, anxious, and we would like cross paths late at night, like in the kitchen when I was like 9 years old. And he'd be like, what are you doing here? And I'd be like, I live here.
What are you doing?
Yeah, and then he'd be like, aren't you supposed to be in school? It's like 10 p.m. Am I a nurse? Like, what school would I be in? And then he was like hiding behind the fridge, and he goes, don't tell anyone what you saw.
Oh my God, is he gonna kill you for
then
telling these jokes?
No, then he thinks about it and he goes, no, that's creepy. Tell people.
Okay.
So now I've been telling people that I've seen my dad naked a lot. Okay, my classes that I teach with adults, it's so interesting because it's like a lot of like 65-year-old men.
Okay.
And every 65-year-old man is like the weirdest man I've ever met. I'm like so moved that they want to learn how to write a short story like late in life, but they're all so bizarre, except for any of the ones who are watching this.
I wouldn't think 65-year-old men were like a strong clientele.
They like, I think people had an interest in writing when they were younger, and then they're like, I can't make a living. You got to do things like teach. And so they, a lot of them are like lawyers or some other, and then like later in life, they're like, I'm going to write a short story. So I had a 65-year-old guy, and he wrote a short story from the point of view of a 23-year-old hot Latina bisexual with huge breasts.
What?
and she was also an undocumented worker. And I was like, that's, like I appreciate that you think you're trying to give like voice to a very important issue. But I was like, there are people who can speak to this a little bit more.
That's covered.
Fully. But the wild part was that I was impressed with how he was like embodying her, like her back kept hurting with her like huge breasts.
Okay.
And at one point she goes to the mall to pick out a swimsuit and nothing fits her boobs. I was like, this story is so crazy.
I would love to be. It is fun to think of him
like
being
thinking about it.
Yeah, being
yes.
in her body.
Yes, but the weirdest part was the end of the story. She works for a guy, like a 65-year-old man, and this is in her point of view. She looks at him. And she goes, stupid boomer. But then she goes, he's pretty sexy, though.
Props to him.
I was like, this is like a fantasy. And then we had to workshop the story. And I was like, yeah, I mean, did I find parts a little unbelievable?
I love that, though, because this was his moment to create whatever he wanted.
It's like in a workshop especially, it's like I want people to take risks and be creative. I'm like, I'd love to maybe see you write something about a woman annoyed with her 65-year-old husband. Like, let's try there instead of a bisexual, sexy Latina with huge breasts.
That must have been shocking.
It was a shock. It was a fucking shock to the system.
It's really funny.
Tell me about stories you've been thinking about lately. That you're going to make into jokes or not make into jokes.
What am I working on now? There's like, I'm trying to figure out, there's so many. Well, the main one I'm working on, which now at every show I'm going to, it feels like every single comedian's talking about this. It's just a joke about.
Seeing your dad naked?
No, that's good. You got that one. So you see someone on stage saying that, you're like, they stole my
Although I
joke.
know I'm not the only one. I'm always saying to the audience, like, there's no Italians, Greeks, Mexicans, Jews,
yeah,
any
probably.
non-whites. We see our dads naked, non-whatever.
I think it more depends on the parent being comfortable.
Definitely. And the parent just not thinking.
Yeah. It's
like my friends would come over and my dad would forget that my friends are coming over and he'd go, girls, don't walk any farther. And he'd be running through the kitchen. He'd go, girls, don't come in here.
Oh my God.
So crazy. Okay, anyway.
Okay, wait. But I wish there was like a better one I thought of. There's so many things I'm working on. Wait. There's my notes. So I'm working. Oh, here's the one I want to talk about. It's kind of intertwined in the divorce thing. Is like I came from like a super non-confrontational family.
Are your parents still married?
No. So they got a divorce.
Because they weren't confronting anything.
Oh, nothing. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, I want to talk about their divorce and me not being confrontational and them not being confrontational, and it kind of like all intertwines. Anytime I try to write, I told myself, just write one short joke. Now it's like 10 pages on this one subject.
I'm like a storyteller too. Yeah. I like a.
I just can't just like think of one part of something. Like,
I have one short joke right now, again about my dad, because my parents went on vacation, and when they came home, my dad's 79, and he's like liberal, but like says the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And he goes, Mom and I made friends with a lesbian couple, and I was like, cool. And he goes, I was surprised they weren't attractive. And I was like, okay, go on.
Yeah.
And he goes, I thought all lesbians were beautiful.
Oh.
And that's how I found out we watched the same porn. And I'm like, if you look at me and my dad's playlist, it's all like beautiful co-eds.
That's really
babysitter
funny.
and stepmom going down on each other.
That's good. That's really good.
Was your parents? Now I'm becoming a therapist. Was your parents divorce difficult, or was it?
No,
like
that's what I'm talking about. So my whole joke that I'm working on is like how much I loved their divorce, how much
I love that premise. You're like, other people are scarred by divorce. I loved it.
I loved it, and like this is the part I'm working now. But the truth of it was, I liked having two houses because I got to have two personalities. Cause like I'm so different. Now I'm the same. But growing up, like as a teenager, my dad's house versus my mom's house, different people. Like I got to party and like at my mom's, and at my dad's, I was like pretending like I was like this good child.
I mean, that's like going back to what we were talking about before of the like two things at once, like the double. Like, don't you think you're like inherently you're a different person around different people? Like, you're not the same person around your grandma as you are like around your friends, as you are around your boyfriend. So I feel like there's something about that. If you are the same person everywhere, you're probably a freak.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you.
Yes. Like, don't talk to grandma about like pussy.
Yeah, no. Oh God, yeah, my brother will do stuff like that, and I'm like, not the room. But
what does your brother do?
He works like behavioral therapy.
Okay, it's so funny that he's saying crazy things in front of your grandma.
Well, he says crazy shit about everybody. He's got no filter. But yeah, I loved that, and I loved their divorce, and I love the empowerment of my parents getting a divorce and not staying together. And I just hate everything of people. Like I just have so much passion behind like people staying together when they're not happy or like being in something that you don't want to be in. Makes me angry for the people because life is so short.
Yeah,
and, like,
and that your parents like had enough wherewithal to be like, we can get divorced and be happier, and we can also have like a nice divorce and still get along.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
I'm trying to figure out a way. The part I still haven't figured out yet is like the way I found out they're getting a divorce. Like I don't like this line, but all I've gotten so far is like my mom just started sleeping in my room and calling my dad her roommate. Because she did just start sleeping in my room, and I was like, "This is."
You're like, "What's going on?
Weird."
Are we having a sleepover?
Yeah, like this is so different.
Yeah,
but that's there's so much
I like
more
that
to it.
that take of like that it was a nice divorce because I think that's unusual.
Yeah, and everyone's parents are divorced too. Mostly, are your parents divorced?
No.
Wow.
No, my dad's calling my mom, being like, "It's an emergency. Where are my favorite meatballs from?" My parents are the opposite. Like my dad is so dependent on my mom that it like freaks me out, the idea of marriage and like having a man be like unable to know where the forks are.
Yeah. And then what would he do without her?
Yes, and I worry about that.
Yeah.
I wrote a pilot about like a woman having to like her dad move in because something happened to her mom. Because like I don't think my dad could function. And like he would have to move in with me.
I mean, think about like how long we've been with our partners is like now how like I'm like it would be very different just in that short matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a little probably partly because of my parents' marriage like kooky. I'm like so independent that my poor boyfriend is like, "What are you doing tonight?" And I'm like, "Why do you want to know everything all the time?" He's like, "I just want to know what you're doing." No, I'm so paranoid of being like swallowed up or controlled or that it makes me a little too like avoidant. But I'm in therapy. Shout out Dr. Barbara.
Yeah. Shout out.
She's in the acknowledgements of the novel.
Oh yeah, you're like, I wish she was here. She's in Canada.
Yes, she's in Canada. Yeah.
No, I feel that. I love being independent. I love doing things alone. Yeah. I love being alone.
And I think the best relationships are relationships like I love being alone so much that a relationship has to feel even better than that, like being alone but like heightened, which is like hard to find.
But that's why that line was so good that talked about love, that it's like whatever the one I read first,
love, like whoever said love sets you free is wrong.
You're like
it obligates you to somebody else.
Such a big obligation. That's why I'm like I'm in a good relationship and it's like healthy and it's a lot of work just like caring about somebody.
Totally. And so difficult too, I think, not to worry about the other person's happiness even if they don't require you to do that, you know? Like it's still hard for me to bring my boyfriend to like a wedding and be like, are you bored? And he's like, I'm just sitting here. Like I'm having fun. I'm like, he's bored.
I know, it's a lot. It's a lot of
and it's
pressure.
like I think you have to trust the other person to be like, if I want to leave, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be like, do you want to leave?
Yeah, so I agree with that as well.
Well, we're solving a lot of problems today.
Okay. I didn't know he said. Yeah, we're figuring it out.
What is he signaling
Oh,
to?
he said 1 hour.
Oh,
I didn't know. I didn't.
Hour.
We didn't set the clock, so I didn't know.
we got a big time producer on this.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're just covered.
Go Cubs.
Go
He's wearing a Cubs hat.
Go Marlins.
That's why we have parents who have stuck together. They are Cub fans who've suffered together. So there's like, what else are we gonna do?
I also have to be honest. I do love the Cubs for no reason other than I think I decided I liked Bears when I was little. But I also just love baseball caps, and I have baseball caps from a lot of different teams. And I will just wear a baseball cap like according to color, and then a man will come up to me and start talking to me about the team, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I do not know what's going on with the Toronto Blue Jays. I just liked this color, and so I'm wearing this cap.
Matt does the same thing.
breaking hearts left and right.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
He was given a bag of like these like old vintage hats from a friend from college or something, and he just rotates them, and it's the same exact
And I
thing
bet they're
happens
cool.
to him.
Yeah.
They're super cool, but then he's like, sometimes I'll just go along with it, and then other times like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not my team.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt.
Shout out to hats
I said Matt
and hats.
and hats.
I heard Matt.
I'm always trying to pull off a backwards cap.
Oh, I could barely pull off a forwards hat. So
How do you feel about a man in a hat that's like really taking a swing?
what do you mean?
You mean
like
a
big
wild hat? Any kind of hat, like a fedora, one of those hats where they're like a train conductor.
I feel like they'd have thin fingers.
men who wear those hats.
Yeah, I feel like they'd have like
Dainty fingers.
like not just dainty, but like long and thin fingers is like the feeling I get when I think of a guy in one of those hats.
I don't like to think about a man looking in the mirror.
That's a really,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to picture him putting on a hat and going, I don't like that.
there's no way they're putting on the hat and not
Looking
that.
in the mirror. No,
No.
they're looking at it from different angles. And the thought of a man looking at himself from different angles. Blech.
The thought of him looking at himself in different angles and then going,
This is the one.
yeah.
This hat, it's taking a swing. It's the one.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think I could date a man in a hat like that.
Unless he's a magician.
Or-
In which case, he can wear a top hat.
Then, woo! Come on, baby. Yeah, that's hot. Love a magician.
Have you been to the Magic Castle?
Yes, twice.
And did you like it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
just
love
like,
magic.
cool to do something different.
Yeah.
And the shows were fun. It has
Yeah.
like a cool like vibe to it. Although I drove by, I live right next to it, and
Yeah.
it was tinted the other day, and I thought that was really funny. Like for bugs.
Oh, tinted.
And I was like, ha.
You're like, can't you disappear the bugs?
Aren't you there like if you all come together?
Yeah, like come on.
I guess it is fake.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Were there any other stories?
I think I covered them.
You covered a lot of stories. I just
Yeah.
don't ever want to leave anyone hanging.
No, I'm sure when I get home, I'll be like, "Ugh, I should have told her.
No. You had great
actually, wait.
stories.
Oh, wait, I have
Do you have
one
your
more.
notes?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
no, I
see.
have something I want to read you.
Oh, ooh, that's exciting.
Okay, my aunt is finally on Venmo. Okay.
That's a good start.
Okay. She's not privatizing her transactions. I wonder if she's gonna watch this. Okay, these are
Oh,
her
no.
last 3 transactions.
So she
on
probably
Venmo.
doesn't even know it's public, does
no,
she?
I don't think so.
Oh my God.
Okay, here's the first one. Thank you so much for house sitting. We will be gone from July 4th to July 12th.
Oh no.
Come through the back door. Love you. And this got like 8 likes on Venmo.
So anyone can just
I
go
think it's
into her
like burglars
house.
who are like liking it. Okay, and each one is like telling like a lot of information to whoever she's
Yeah.
like Venmoing money to.
Oh my God. The back door is unlocked.
She Venmoed, I think this is like her personal trainer or her Pilates instructor. She said, "I'm sorry I didn't make it. Hanging out with my sons." It's like, who cares? In parentheses, she says all her sons' names. Joey, electrician.
Just so they know which
John, lawyer. And Justin, you remember him.
She's trying to hook that person up with her kid.
Well, also Justin is currently unemployed.
I was gonna say I wanted to know what Justin does.
So of course she can't say a job. It's just so crazy to be telling the Pilates instructor what she's doing. And and then the last one, she just requested money from someone.
Okay.
$38 she requested money, and it just says help. And there's a lot of other ones, but those I feel are the highlights.
Help?
Just
because
help.
I guess someone helped her.
I don't know.
She needs help. And $38?
I don't know which it is. I've talked to her since I read these.
Did you?
I told her to privatize them, and she told me she didn't know how to do that. And I was like, okay, who cares? Do you think I could say those on stage?
For sure.
Been trying to.
That's so funny.
When you see a request for $38 in help, did you think maybe I should just send her $38 in case?
I was like, she's in the wrong Uber.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's getting
They
trafficked.
knew her name. They knew her name.
Yeah, they knew her name. Exactly.
No, that's good. That was just given to you for sure. Run with that. That's funny. Yeah, the Venmo thing. I always like to fuck with people when I Venmo them. Like be anal sex or just write something. But I think if mine's private, what you write's also private. No one can see anything.
I always liked the idea of writing a short story through Venmo transactions. When someone's going through a breakup and it's you're having to Venmo each other. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that.
Tax guy loves it.
Your tax guy loves Venmo?
Oh, I'm sure that's annoying. Is it annoying?
When they see Venmo payments and stuff. The only messages aren't for anything other than anal sex. It's Mike, what job was that? Which one do we classify that as?
I see. I play a lot of poker, and if you play a home game, you're never supposed to write poker in the Venmo thing because I guess that's technically illegal. So you're always supposed to write
pizza. Really? Yeah, so. Oh, that's a fun. Well, you played poker in your books.
Yes. Yeah. There's some stuff from real life, I
want to play poker. I want to play poker.
You want to learn to play poker?
Yeah, I want to learn to play poker.
We have some mutual friends who play. Yeah. Okay. Shayna started playing. Oh. Shout out to Shayna.
Love Shayna. Yeah. The pod knows Shayna.
Good. Yeah, there's some good. You have some good pod people.
I will. Oh yeah, I got a good group. Good group of returnees.
We'll get a poker game going.
Okay, that'd be so fun. I'll try to do some research before, so
Yeah, so we don't take all your money.
Yeah, that would be not that fun.
And then we Venmo you
she had no pizza. Oh
no, you'd be Venmoing us, and then we'd
Yeah, it would be cry face pizza.
Cry face
pizza. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We're running out of time, but we'll go to Patreon. And then if there's anything I forgot that I wanted to talk about, we could talk about
Listen, buy my book, First Time, Long Time. It's out through Grand Central Publishing, Hachette, and you can get it at any bookstore.
Yes. I highly recommend. Such a fun read. You nailed it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. And thank you for reading it.
Of course. Thanks for writing it.
I was going to say my pleasure, but it was miserable.
That was more things I wanted to talk about, but we could do more in Patreon.
Okay, I'll come back next week. Okay, you can keep having me back every week.
We just break down each chapter.
Yeah, let's break down every chapter. Let's do a book club.
That'd be fun. Are you having any of your book clubs? Oh, they probably just read your book.
Yeah, I think they want to read it. I feel uncomfortable leading a book club about my book.
Yeah, it would probably be uncomfortable.
Seems weird, but yeah, I'm nervous about them reading it. But I'm like, you can't worry about how people are gonna. If anything, it's made me now ready again to delve into putting more stand-up online and hearing men yell at me. Because I'm like, I already have a book out. I might as well go back to men screaming at me. Yeah. Women aren't funny.
We'll get you on Facebook. You'll get all you want.
She's kind of fuckable. Yeah.
Hot, not funny. I'm like, okay, thank you.
At least you think I'm hot. At least they're giving you some.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I get my favorite one is this was good on mute. Yeah, well,
life's so long.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you have an embarrassing relationship story you can tell on Patreon?
I'm sure I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, go there now. Okay, bye.